3, 2, 1, begin. Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be asking my dad some of the best questions about Shopify, because this right here is an e-commerce online marketing genius. You need to go follow, by the way. Follow us, our social links will be here, so make sure to follow us wherever you want to follow us on. And yeah, we're going to answer like the basic questions that everyone has about Shopify and how to get started with your e-commerce business and how to make the most money online the smartest way. So Dad, we're going to start with the first one, which is the most frequent question, the most asked question I found on Google is Shopify safe and legit?
See, that's a funny one, isn't it? It's like anything, is it safe and legit? So the reason with Shopify, obviously you know we've built WordPress websites for about 10 years. Well, I've built WordPress websites for about 10 years. Shopify and WordPress, will predominantly Shopify for the last 3 or 4. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be as popular as it was, would it? So this is the way I see it. So Shopify, to me, has fixed a hole where WooCommerce is lagging behind, and Shopify's got a really good clinch in the market now. I think it's about 21% of overall CMS e-commerce they've got, and it will continue to grow because they're bringing out more internal things on Shopify, so you're not so reliant on apps. So with WooCommerce, you've got plugins. Obviously, with Shopify, you have apps. Most apps on Shopify are free or freemium, where you end up getting restricted access for free. And obviously, you have to upgrade. But in answer to that question, yeah, it's 100% safe. There's hundreds of thousands of websites around the world. Some of the biggest brands in the world are using it, like Gymshark, Kim Kardashian, obviously Kylie Jenner. All these, they're all on Shopify as well. So you just got to stop and ask your question: if they, obviously these people with millions of pounds, if it wasn't safe, would they be hosting their own websites on that platform?
Good point, yeah. So to answer the question to Google, it is. So moving on to this next one, because this is a bit more advanced, because Shopify do this thing so you don't have to actually fully develop the store yourself. You don't have to code everything. It's not like back in the day when you had to code a full-on website, and like I got taught in IT how to use coding and everything, and I'd come and see that my dad would not be using coding, he'd be using themes, and I'd be like, huh? What's themes? Like, you know what I mean? And a lot of people use the same thing. So what are some of the best Shopify themes that people can get started with to make the best website?
Right, okay, so I do think coding is a dying art. Obviously, a lot of people still learn to code. Hard coding from scratch, obviously, is very time consuming if done properly, and obviously more bespoke. A lot of people getting into Shopify want to do it as cheap as possible, as easy as possible. They want to create a side hustle, turn it to a main hustle, make additional passive income from home, especially during what's going on at the moment in the world. So that's that. Now, the reason you use themes is because some really good themes out there. I mean, we could make a theme ourselves if we had the time, but there's really good themes out there, and for the price, it's good. It allows website designers like ourselves to not so much cheat, but to save a lot of time, to invest in shortcuts, to buy the code and then basically optimize already existing code as opposed to writing the code from scratch. Regarding themes, for those of you just starting out and those of you on a budget, the new debut theme from Shopify, that's a free theme. That's really good. It's got a lot of functionality for anyone starting out. You can easily create a store on that, customize that, easily make $200, $400, $500 profit a day. I think when you get anything over 20, 30 orders a day and you start getting consistent, you may want to look at putting some money into a better theme. The majority of the really good themes on Shopify, you can just go into the themes and look at paid. They're around about $180. There's a lot of really good themes for $180, and it's a one-off fee. And then the best one out there is the out of the sandbox one. So that's about the turbo theme. So obviously not only is that optimized coding, optimized for SEO and page speed, but you have like I think it's nearly 5. I think it's 5 now, isn't it? I think it's 5 different themes to choose from, and that's $350 as a one-off payment as well.
Yeah, and you can use them for any Shopify site you want. Leave that in the link to the link below, in the description below. Struggle to get my words out then, but yeah, click on the description below, you'll be able to find what we're on about there if you're a bit confused on what Out of the Sandbox is. and we'll get on to the next one, because obviously you have your Shopify themes that makes the layout of the page and everything else like that. But what we sort of mentioned before is that obviously Shopify have their own integrations that you can use, but they also have applications that you can install from their own app store to customize it in any way you like, which is one of the benefits of it. So what are some of the best Shopify apps that you can install onto your site, free and paid?
Good question, because there's hundreds of thousands of apps. So obviously for us, when we teach our students with Ecom Mastery, when we build stores for people, we normally use free themes. The reason why we would use 3 themes for any beginners is because we don't want to overwhelm with the complexity of these certain apps. So what we'll always do is we'll show them a free version of say, I don't know, order tracking. We'll show them a free version, and then we'll show them a paid version. We'll show them a free version of customer reviews, then we'll show them a paid version of customer reviews. So just to go on customer reviews, you can use Shopify's own built reviews. That's free. That's a good one. Or the company that we partnered with, Lux. You can use Lux. So the description, link in the description for some of them below. So Lux is a really good one, very popular. I think it's about the second largest app on Shopify in the Shopify store. That's a really good one. I don't really want to single anyone out because we use quite a lot of apps, and we get asked to test apps as a Shopify partner all the time. Anything that solves a problem and that makes your life easier and allows you to automate a certain process is definitely an app worth investing in, whether it's for free or paid. Because the whole point of this Shopify e-commerce route is you want to be able to do as little work as possible. You want to be able to automate as much as possible. So automate order fulfillment, automate email sequences, automate tracking. So if you can get that from an app that's free or that's paid, then it's just worth its weight in gold. Anything to do with order tracking, that brings down your customer support and helps your VAs. So anyone who's used to ordering stuff on Amazon, expecting to get something next day delivery, unfortunately, if you're drop shipping, it doesn't work like that. Even if you're doing 3PL, you're still looking at 3 to 5 days, 5 to 7 days. So I would look at any sort of tracking apps to take the automation out of that, and then you can just send your customer to the tracking page, or you can put it in your email. Any sort of decent fulfillment apps, depending on if you're using Oberlo or if you're using CJ Dropshipping. Again, links in the description for them. They're some of the main suppliers that we use, especially CJ. They're really good at the moment and still got really good shipping times. I would recommend CJ Dropshipping over Oberlo and AliExpress. That's it. I'm trying to think of the others that we use. So anything related to, my background again is in SEO. So anything related to SEO plugins, while Shopify is really good, it is very, very clunky with code and restricted on SEO by default, even with the themes that you buy. So any third-party apps that you can get which will help you with page speed optimization, image optimization, meta tags, anything like that, then that's worth its weight in gold as well.
Alright, so that was a whole entire video. Thank you for watching everything. And before you go, we've got some good news for you. So we want to answer your questions, because there's loads of questions to be asked about Shopify, and we're going to cover so much about it throughout this channel. So please leave comments below and literally just ask any question you want about Shopify, and we will make sure to answer them. I'll ask them to my dad, and my dad will bring the genius answer up and answer your questions personally. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel to learn more about making money online. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, and remember to comment your questions below. Again, thank you all for watching, and see you later.